Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Beware the Board, a horror podcast. We watch a randomly selected horror movie every single week. Except we're not doing that this time, Ben. No movie today.
Yeah.
Also, it's episode 100.
Woo.
You are so unexcited. I want to kick you in your face.
Well, we're doing a wrap-up episode. It's not like super
But it's
exciting,
like cool that we made it this far, man.
but it is cool. I think it'd be more cool if we hadn't already done 100 episodes.
Yeah.
This is nearly 200.
This is like 170 something or the other.
I think it's more than that. It's like close to 180.
No, we're not that far, are we?
I can go pull up YouTube right now.
I was about to say, look at the playlist that has all the episodes in it. But that's going to be inaccurate because we've
recorded
more than we have out.
Currently, we have 181 videos posted on YouTube.
Damn.
And we don't have up to this episode posted right now.
Yeah, and that's probably another, I don't know.
Our podcast playlist looks like 163.
Oh, well, that one's wrong.
Okay. Well,
because I had to disable that because it was fucked up. I should probably delete that playlist, actually, now that you mention it. But the one that says all Beware the Board episodes is up to date. Incorrect. It should have every episode. But the podcast playlist is
163. But that's not up to date from recording this one.
Yeah.
Still, like close to 170.
Yeah, we're getting there.
So episode 100 doesn't feel that
exciting
in
in
comparison.
Episode number 100.
But yes, this is the official 100th episode, so that is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool, Ben.
Kind of horrifying that we did like close to 70 extra episodes.
Well, whose idea was any of that?
Yours.
No, it wasn't. Was it? I don't remember.
I don't know.
It's been so long I don't remember anymore.
It's a mix.
Sometimes you pitch things, sometimes I pitch things. And then there are the things we both pitch that we want to do but have not gotten around to. Which would be hundreds of other episodes of the podcast.
Oh, it sucks. In either case, if you've been here for a wrap-up before, you're probably used to this. We're going to kind of go over like our categories for this season, and then we'll get into announcing our categories for next season. After that, we might talk about the podcast as a whole for a little bit.
Yeah.
But we'll see. In either case, we had 3 categories this season. We had mine, which was the best. It was kaiju. Then we had our random, which was cosmic horror. And then Bob's category, which was zombies. Not to be confused with zomcoms.
I hope you fly into the sun.
So let's go down the thing. Favorite, least favorite category.
Category? This is tough because I would argue that this season we had some stacked motherfucking categories. Like some absolute fucking bangers in basically every single one. But this might make you angry, actually. I think my favorite category was probably cosmic horror.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think it would be your favorite.
I didn't think it would either until we just got to this moment and I said that.
That's cool. By the way, was zombies your category this season?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
I hate that I said yes without correcting you on what it's actually called, but
I was waiting.
I've given
set
up.
it up all season.
I think you've beaten the fight out of me at this point.
So what's your favorite?
Yeah.
Do you have a reason for why?
I think the reason was I thought those movies were the most interesting. For real. Like, they were just the most, I don't want to say, like, thought-provoking, but they were the most, like, honestly, the most horror movies we watched this season. And that's why I like them so much.
That's fair.
The kaiju movies were distinctly different from horror movies in that they were giant monster movies with, like, a lot of different messaging and stuff. And then zombies were very funny and very fun, but they were horror, but it was too lighthearted. Like, I'm a sad man, and I like a sad film.
You are a sad man.
And so I think that's why I like cosmic horror so much.
Okay. That was also my favorite category.
Holy shit, that's cool. I didn't think that was going to happen.
See, the thing is, I really liked some of the movies in zombies and some of the movies in kaiju.
Yeah.
But, like, I think across the board, the best, like, most horror-oriented stuff came out of the cosmic horror section.
Same.
It was also, like, all John Carpenter stuff, except for the Thing remake. So it felt very thematic.
I honestly forgot we even watched that.
We did. Least favorite?
Oh. I
That's
have to
a little
choose
bit harder,
least
yeah.
favorite? Probably kaiju movies. And I feel bad saying that because I liked all of them a lot. But I think, honestly, Zombie for Sale is really the thing. And I hinted a lot. Well, actually, yeah. I don't feel as bad saying that. Kaiju movies. I like the zombie comedy films a lot.
Mine's also kaiju movies, and it's very specifically because of Gamera the Giant
Shut
Monster.
up. That's a good movie. You're
That
being
movie
a bitch.
Isn't horrible, but it's not great. And when we compare it to the stuff in Zombies, it is definitely lacking.
Sure.
Bob. It's like, I can't even deny that.
I can't deny it, but I do like Gamera a lot.
I know you do, but it's only because he's a turtle.
Actually, it has nothing to do with the turtle. It's that he flies around with flames. It's
he-
awesome.
Because he's a turtle, and that's just what turtles do.
Okay, Ben.
All right. So we'll go into each of our categories then. We'll start with kaiju. We had Godzilla, Gamera the Giant Monster, and the Beast from 20,000 Fathoms this season.
Yeah.
Favorite, least favorite.
I mean, I think it's obvious. My favorite's Gamera the Giant Monster.
That is a horrendous answer.
I think but it was so much fun. I had such a good time.
Because I know that then means the Beast from 20,000 Fathoms was your least favorite.
Yeah, you're right.
You are a shameful individual.
No, I'm not.
You are.
No way, bro.
It's okay.
No, Gamera was actually just so much fun. That's why I'm choosing it over Godzilla. Like, I think Godzilla is objectively a much better movie than Gamera, but I liked Gamera more because I had more of a fun time with it. And that just means that the Beast from 20,000 Fathoms just has to take the short end of the stick on this one. While that's also a fantastic movie.
All right. Well, my favorite was Godzilla.
Totally fair.
And my least favorite was Gamera the Giant Monster.
See, this is why we're a good podcast duo, because we have completely opposite opinions on a lot of things.
Gamera sucked ass.
No, it didn't. Shut up. Stop lying to the audience and yourself.
We put on Godzilla and I turned the bottom. I was like, hey, don't you like being able to see the movie?
Shut up.
He got mad, but he agreed with me. All right. For our cosmic horror category, we had The Thing from 1982, The Thing from 2011, In the Mouth of Madness, and Prince of Darkness. I think I know what your least favorite is, so let's start with that.
Well, now that you reminded me that we even watched The Thing from 2011, it's that. That movie sucks.
Yep.
That movie is objectively not good.
But I'll also ask you, what would be your least favorite if we're counting The Thing as one unit?
Prince of Darkness.
Prince of Darkness.
Yeah, even though I do also like that movie.
I think I'm in the same boat of, like, I think The Thing was the most disappointing
Yeah.
that we watched for cosmic horror. But if we count it as a unit with the one from 1982,
Yeah,
It's-
it has to go to Prince of Darkness.
it has to go to Prince of Darkness. Favorite?
You're about to get mad at me again, because it's not The Thing from 1982.
Okay, it's okay to be wrong, Bob.
No, it's not. It's In the Mouth of Madness. I like that movie a shit ton.
It's okay to be wrong.
That movie is so much fun. I'm just putting this out there, like, the reason I'm choosing the In the Mouth of Madness over The Thing from 1982, even though everyone likes to jerk that movie off and how great it is. And you know what? It deserves it. Not gonna lie. That movie's fantastic and I like it a lot. What really throws it over the top for me for In the Mouth of Madness is how it tackles cosmic horror in a very different way than something like The Thing from 1982 does. Like, it tackles it in more of, like, ideals and sort of I think it captures the vibe of cosmic horror in a very different way, and that's why I like it more. And that's really the tipping point for me.
That's fair. I mean, In the Mouth of Madness is good. It's not the favorite for that category. That's the thing. But, you know.
But this is unfair. That's like your favorite movie ever.
Yeah.
So
it's okay to be wrong, Bob.
eat a bag of dicks.
And then we have Zombies, which is Zombie for Sale, Brain Dead, and Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Favorite, least favorite. I think your favorite's probably Zombie for Sale.
I'm debating whether I want that to be the answer or not, because I liked all those movies actually a lot.
We finished watching Zombie for Sale, and you went, I think this is my favorite movie ever. And then you were like, wait a second. No. Damn.
You're right. I think Zombie for Sale probably is my favorite. But that one's also really tough because all those movies are super, super, super good.
Yeah, I actually have trouble with this category because I said it on the Shaun of the Dead episode where I've seen that movie so many times.
That's the other thing, yeah.
Where I'm like, I don't think I can choose that one, even though it's really good and I know I really liked it when it came out. I'm going to have to say my favorite Zombie for Sale for the Shaun of the Dead reason, but also because the copy of Brain Dead we got wasn't great.
Yeah, true.
And that's also like a negative factor. I'm not necessarily sure if Zombie for Sale was the best movie out of that category, but I think I had the best experience watching it for the podcast this season.
For sure. It was definitely the funniest of the three.
Yeah.
Like, just laugh out loud, belly laugh funny.
Which is
like,
why I think there was no outtakes on it.
Yeah. Like, Shaun of the Dead is a very witty, like, sort of dry British humor movie, and it didn't make me laugh out loud, but, like, I chuckled a lot. Like, I was constantly being rewarded for paying attention, and, like, small things were really impactful, but I was not, like, losing my mind laughing.
Yeah. Least favorite, then.
That's really hard. That's genuinely really hard.
I think for me, the least favorite we watched this season was Shaun of the Dead.
That's fair.
And that's only because I was the most familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going like for objectively, maybe Brain Dead, because again, the quality of the one we watched wasn't great.
Yeah.
Which that was just because of the copy we had to find for it, because we had the full like director's cut.
Okay. I have an answer. Least favorite's Brain Dead. Purely because it felt the most amateurish and like
It is
unrefined
the most amateurish
of all those films. While Zombie for Sale is very, while it also felt amateurish, it felt amateurish in like a sort of
lighthearted, fun
way. And Shaun of the Dead is not amateurish in any way. That is an actual fucking zombie masterpiece.
Oh, no, it's
that is
great.
super detailed and really intricate and really well plotted out. While Brain Dead or Dead Alive, either title works, is very much like, you can tell that's one of Peter Jackson's first movies.
Yeah.
And a lot of it looks sort of B-movie, but I like that sort of thing. But that does detract from it overall.
Yeah, again, for me, it's that issue of, I love Shaun of the Dead. I think it's one of the best zombie movies out there, but I've just seen it so much.
Yeah. No, I totally get it.
I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
But, compared to things I hadn't seen before, it's kind of hard to compare.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all our categories for this season. So I guess we'll do the final thing of favorite movie on the entire board, and then
This is
least favorite movie on the
incredibly
entire
difficult.
board.
Like, I'm talking, I don't even know how to begin answering this question.
Let's start with least favorite on the entire board, because
The Thing 2011. That movie sucks.
I think that'll be easier.
Yeah, that's definitely your answer too, right?
Hmm.
Don't you dare.
It's
Don't
between,
you dare.
It's between
No,
that
shut up.
and
If you see the
Gamera the
G word-
giant monster. If I'm gonna be honest,
If you're going to be...
but I think I'm gonna say my least favorite was. Oh, this really is hard
No, it's not.
because
You were so mad on that episode.
I could see myself watching The Thing 2011 again.
No, you can't. I can't.
I don't necessarily know if I'd watch Gamera the Giant Monster again without like someone else, but I'm gonna go with The Thing.
Thank you.
Mostly so Bob doesn't kill me.
I also think you would be objectively wrong if you had said that.
So like Gamera had some issues with like production quality
Yeah.
that I think would have made rewatch really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And The Thing from 2011 doesn't have those issues.
Sure.
Like, it's not a great movie, but I could just kind of put that on in the background and still kind of enjoy myself.
I would watch Gamera the Giant Monster for fun.
I know you would. You said that on the episode, but
I would. That's a fun movie.
I'll just say The Thing 2011 because that just had a lot of problems.
Sure.
Favorite, though?
Fuck. I know your answer.
Mine's The Thing from 1982.
Yeah, I know. This is so hard, Ben. You gotta stop putting so many bangers in one season, bro. You can't keep filling them up like this.
Oh, just wait. We got season 11.
Oh, God.
It's going to be a bad season.
Awesome. I think I'm sticking to my guns here. It's either In the Mouth of Madness or Zombie for Sale. It's one of those two. But I think it's In the Mouth of Madness.
Really?
Yes.
I thought you would have said Zombie for Sale.
I also think I would have said Zombie for Sale, but I think there's just something about In the Mouth of Madness that unnerved me in like the perfect way. That movie actually scared the bejesus out of me when we watched it. And that has not happened in a long time, and I think it deserves credit for that.
Is it Sam Neill? Is that what did it?
It's not, well, I mean, Sam Neill is great in that movie. He's really good. I really like him a lot.
All right. No. With that being said, I guess
Hold
What?
on. We're not done yet.
what do we have to do?
Do we have a name for this season?
Oh.
Have you thought of one? I haven't thought of one. I'm always oh, it's written down. He has it already ready. Okay, what do you got, Ben?
Cosmic Kaiju from the Dead. I don't know.
That's not bad. Return of the Cosmic Kaiju?
We can go with that one.
It's like a play on Return of the Living Dead?
Yeah. You gonna do Return of the Cosmic Kaiju?
That's not bad.
All right.
Okay. I'm glad that's out of the way. Now we can do what you were talking about.
All right. With all that being done, then, I guess we get to do our categories for season 11.
This one's going to be fun.
Ooh. All right. We start with randoms, and then we're going to do our actual categories. So, Bob,
Yeah.
you always get to go first. What is your random category idea for this season?
Okay. So this is a category that we have not done, I don't think, a single movie in yet. Well, unless you count... No, that doesn't count. I digress. We have not done anything that has to do with sort of cursed objects. So that's my category, is movies about cursed objects. Whether that be like, I don't know, the Annabelle doll, which is a cursed doll, or like a cursed locket of some kind, a cursed music box mayhaps.
So very specifically cursed objects.
Yeah, cursed objects.
Okay.
Objects with a curse on them that cause bad things to happen. I think that's a fairly wide category, but can lead to some cool movies.
Okay. No, I think that'll be fun. There's a ton of stuff. Basically anything that's magic.
Sure, yeah.
Is, functionally
but
speaking.
it has to be tied to an object.
A cursed object. Yeah, I know. Is technically the mask from Halloween 3 Season of the Witch
a
cursed
cursed
objects because they have the little teeny tiny pieces of Stonehenge in them?
No, I think Stonehenge in that situation is the cursed object.
I don't know. All right, well, I'm going to go with someone that's very simple. We're going to do vampires
Oh, that's okay,
for
good.
my random.
We've already covered probably, I'm not going to say my favorite vampire movie of all time, but we already probably covered that one.
What was that?
Probably Martin.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So far, of all the vampire movies I've seen, that's my favorite.
I was going to say, you haven't seen a lot.
No, we watched Dracula.
Oh, yeah, we watched the OG Dracula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
All right.
that movie's great.
Let me do my random thing.
Okay, let's see what we get. And please don't fuck me, Ben. I really don't want to get some fucking dog water poo poo movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these randoms aren't great.
Hey. Hey.
I'm mostly talking about yours. I don't know. I'm nervous.
Small creatures.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I think I pitched that one. That's a great one.
You did. All right.
That's fuck it. We can watch Gremlins. Woohoo! Or Critters. It's another banger. Or I'm trying to think of other small creature films at this point. Oh wait, this is gonna be an awful category for me. That's a terrifying. Oh, why did I pitch that? Oh fuck.
You're like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. Ooh. Yikes.
All right.
We could
small
watch
creatures.
a Leprechaun movie. We could continue Leprechaun. He's
No.
a small creature.
No, I hate you. Suck. Those movies suck.
The first one's bad, but I don't know. The other ones might be okay.
The first one's bad because it's boring, which is
Yeah.
like,
How do
the
you make that
worst.
movie boring? It's about a killer leprechaun. That sounds sweet.
and the guy who plays the leprechaun
He's
does
really good.
great. All right, Bob, what's your actual category for this season?
Okay. So this is another category that we have seen films that would fit into the subgenre of
Subgenre?
subgenre.
It's a
I'm
shrub
Sean
genre.
Connery. It's a shrub genre. Hell yeah, dude.
Give
But
me
we've
a
not-
shrubbery.
But we have not really delved into it as a category yet. So I'm looking for stuff. I'm just gonna pitch it. I don't know how to describe, but like true crime sort of horror movies, like movies about like a serial killer or something like Silence of the Lambs or that movie Long Legs. I think is about like a true crime sort of thing. Stuff like the Poughkeepsie Tapes, maybe.
I actually have a category in my randoms that might be a better name for this.
Sure.
Through the Eyes of a Killer.
Yeah, sure. That's
You want to
perfect.
go through that?
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
good. That's your category name. But stuff like that, because we haven't really done a lot of stuff like that. But I'm very interested in that sort of thing because I like listening to true crime podcasts a lot, and watching movies like that will be fun and enjoyable for me.
Okay. That'll be a fun one.
I'm curious what you'll pick.
Yeah, I'm not
'Cause
sure
there are
what
a lot of
I'll
options.
do. They might be very disturbing.
That's totally that's why I said this is gonna be a fun one.
Okay. I've hyped you up that mine's going to be bad.
Yeah, like bad movies, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 100%. Doing killer objects.
Killer objects.
Not killer food. And I'm going to try and stay away from killer vehicles.
Okay,
Killer, like, household objects.
like condoms, mayhaps, or bongs.
Or bongs.
Those movies are gonna. Oh God.
Bongs. Gingerbread men.
Tires.
Tires.
Oh God, Ben, you're right. These are going to be bad movies. Oh my God. So what is it? What is this season?
Killer objects, small creatures through the eyes of a killer.
What?
Two of those go together really well.
I just came up with. I have a category. I have a season name, but it's in Always Sunny in Philadelphia reference.
What is it?
We could just call the season Dennis Reynolds. He's a killer with his tools.
That's funny, but
No one else would get
Probably
it
not.
besides us.
all right. Well, that's that for that.
I'm excited about this one. I think my category will actually be scary. Well, and the random. Yours will be
Disturbing.
weird.
Mine's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
Mine's gonna be real weird.
That's fucking what a wild season 11 it's gonna be. When you said it was gonna be bad movies, I didn't expect you to throw that in there.
Yeah,
It's such a funny. Oh God.
bad movies.
What is that one with the gingerbread man called? Isn't it called like
Ginger Dead Man.
Ginger Dead Man? And isn't like the dude that voices him like super mega famous?
Yeah,
Who is it?
it's Gary Busey.
It is Gary fucking Busey. I was like, I know who it is.
Only in the first movie.
Only in the first.
He
Okay.
didn't come back for some reason.
Okay.
In either case, why'd you get super excited?
I think I'm debating whether I should say something because you might not put it in the category. But also, I don't know if you consider it a small creature.
What?
We could watch Child's Play. Chunky's a small little guy, but he's not a creature.
He's not a creature, though.
Yeah, I was very specific with creature is my word.
All right. Do you have anything else you want to do on this episode? You just want to wrap it up here?
I mean, you know, we've been doing the podcast for like almost 2 years now. Like 2 years in October. We're coming up on it. And this is episode 100, so I was thinking maybe we could do a little bit of like retrospective on like, you know, some of our favorite episodes, maybe some of our least favorite episodes, some of the dumb things that have happened because of the podcast. Anything interesting? Any good podcast stories, Ben?
Not particularly.
No, I didn't think so.
I
didn't think you had anything.
I think the best story here is last year when we did convention prep, I wanted to die
Oh my god. Yeah, no, that was atrocious.
because we were doing like every day,
Mm-hmm.
and a recording session takes us like 4 or 5 hours.
Yep.
And so we'd get off work. We'd do our third shift job. We'd get off work. I would get off before Bob usually.
Yeah.
So I'd have usually like 2 hours, which really wasn't enough time to take a nap. Because I'd have to drive home in that time and like change. But I'd get home. I'd have to either stay awake or nap for an hour. And then I'd go over to Bob's house for 4 or 5 hours.
Yep.
And then most days I would have class like 2 hours after we'd get done. And then by the time I finished all that, I'd have maybe 3 or 4 hours before I had to go to work.
It was fucking rough.
And we did that for what, a month or two straight?
Yep. Because we did like 22 episodes of convention prep, and then we recorded all of Friday the 13th after that,
Yeah.
which is like, and we were doing that literally like every fucking day.
That's the worst the podcast has been. Like, it was cool we got to cover so many movies, but I think that's the most rough or the most interesting time we've had.
Oh yeah. Well,
Doing
especially because
anything.
at the time I was living in that house with all my friends, so like we were just coming in and out constantly, and they were all just like, "What the fuck is going on?" Because we were just constantly fucking doing shit in my room, like screaming and hooting and hollering at movies and shit.
Yeah. It was something.
Yeah.
Never again.
Never again. Well, never that many again.
Yeah.
Never that many in such a short period of time. Like we could do like a 22 episode series again, but it would just be over a longer period.
Yeah, there was some time constraints involved with that. Otherwise, though, I don't really have any other stories. I think we've gotten a lot better, just like overall,
No, I agree.
since we started. Mostly because we figured out what we're doing.
Yeah, those early episodes of the podcast are rough. They're so rough. And there are so many things that we pitch as concepts that we just throw out the window eventually because we realize how difficult that would actually be.
So it'd be interesting to see how it changes if we
Yeah.
keep going, like 100 episodes from now.
Oh, episode 200 is going to be a banger, Ben.
Ugh. Ugh.
That's in 2 years. We got time. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, we'll
Because these
figure
are
it out.
structured.
Yeah, well, it's in the structure. By that time, we'll have about 4 billion episodes of the podcast out because we'll have done convention prep for every,
Yeah, assumedly.
I don't know. I thought I would ask because, like, 100's a lot. I know we've already crossed 100 technically, but it's cool that we've been doing this so long and that we can keep doing it.
It's weird how many franchises we haven't covered yet.
That's also crazy. I have people constantly, like, because they know I like horror movies now because I bring it up. And they'll be like, "Oh, have you seen this movie?" I go, "No, we haven't watched it for the podcast yet." And they'll be like, "Why haven't you guys watched that?" I go, "Because we just haven't gotten around to it, you guys. The show is structured in a funny way."
Like, we've done a lot of content, but we can't do everything. So, like, we've missed Child's Play,
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Sounds of the Lambs is the big one that people bitch at me for not having seen yet.
Yeah. Part of the issue is you just haven't seen any movies ever.
No, that also doesn't help. I should watch movies in my free time, but no, I'm okay.
In either case, G, do you have anything you wanted to bring up here, or are you good?
I think I'm good, Ben.
Okay. Then I guess we'll do our usual spiel here. Check us out wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, other places on the internet. If you're checking us out on any of those podcast-specific platforms, please give us a quick review or a rating. That really helps us out getting seen by other people there. You could also recommend us to a friend. We have 100 episodes now, so probably a good time to recommend the podcast. Tons of stuff that they can listen to. I'd recommend newer stuff because it's definitely better, but
I think the older stuff is more unhinged.
Yeah, there's stuff for everyone. Otherwise, check us out on YouTube, which, while not the best for audio-only content, is really helpful for us. That's probably the best way for us to gauge viewer support. We can see likes, subscriptions, views on videos, stuff like that. Much simpler than our RSS feed, so it's pretty cool to look at. Otherwise, YouTube does have a couple cool tools you might like. There's a search button which says you search key terms in all our videos, so in case you're looking to see if we've covered a specific movie, that's an easy way to do that. There's also a bell button, which lets you get notified whenever we post a new video, so in case we're doing something out of schedule. Bob is laughing right now because he remembered my Godzilla joke from last week.
I did. That's exactly why. I literally clenched my fist and chuckled.
And then, of course, the big thing with YouTube is it's one of the two major places to communicate with us at. You can do that in the comment section of a specific video if there's something you want to talk to us about in that episode. Or you can go over to Twitter, @BewareTheBoard, and go talk to Bob. Maybe give him new category ideas.
Oh, those are so helpful.
Always so helpful to him. Movie recommendations, stuff like that.
Like Ben said, check us out on Twitter, @BewareTheBoard. It's where we post updates about the show, information about the show. Basically, if there's anything you want to know about the show, it goes on our Twitter. On Mondays, I post a spoiler post for that week's worth of episodes, which is a hidden movie cover you can reveal. So you can watch the film before you do. So when you listen to the episode, you don't get any spoilers or being vague about stuff you know what we're talking about. Then on Fridays or whatever other day an episode goes live, I always post a link to the episode on there. So if you're missing an upload or knowing someone up, there's always a link on our Twitter. Before I talk about short form, I didn't say this earlier, but we really appreciate the support on the show. You guys don't have to listen to this shitty little podcast that we've been making for almost 2 years now.
Yeah, thank you for listening, guys.
Yeah, thanks for the support. We really appreciate it. When people tell me oh, I like this episode or whatever, it's damn, it really motivates me to keep doing this thing. And it's cool. I really, really appreciate it. It's one of the cooler things that I do with my free time. But last thing, check us out @BewareTheBoard on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts. If you like short form content and want to support the show, check us out there @BewareTheBoard on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts. Ben, episode 101.
I guess we'll see you for 101.
Hell yeah, dude.